What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, obviously, the next big Marvel film is Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse, and while we don't normally cover the animated stuff coming from Sony as much as we do the stuff from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we will when it crosses over with the MCU, which has sort of been light as of late. Both Morbius and Venom tenuously wanted to do so, but when they finally did, it just wasn't that exciting. We've heard rumors for months now that Across the Spider-Verse is going to incorporate live action scenes in order to tie this part of the Spider-Verse to what Sony's doing and ultimately what the MCU's doing. But today we finally got proof in the very first screenshot from a scene in the Spider-Verse that reveals Spot crossing over to the Venomverse. We're going to go over that shot, what's present in it, and what that really means for the rest of the Across the Spider-Verse film. Are we going to see Tobey? Are we going to see Andrew? And of course, are we going to see Tom Holland's Peter Parker? We're breaking it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which is right around the corner. The next one we'll give out coincides with Secret Invasion in less than a month. Again, all you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so a huge shout out to Cryptic HD on Twitter. You guys can go follow him there. He usually has rips of Marvel trailers and or TV spots either a day or two before they drop or sometimes weeks in advance of when Marvel and Sony actually drop them. Today is no different, so shout out to Cryptic HD for dropping this live action screen grab of the villain Spot appearing in the Venom verse. You can clearly see there Mrs. Chen is going to have a scene with him, and Spot is holding something called VENOM. So the jokes are going to be abound, but obviously the huge bombshell here is that Spot's at least going to cross over with the live action Venom verse. Now, while that's exciting, is it? And I hate to be like this, but we still don't have any clear direction or details on whether or not that Venomverse is actually the same thing as the Morbius verse, which now has Vulture, but is that the same verse that we have Kraven in? While Sony still needs to look to clean that up, this isn't going to be as exciting as if we see a version of Tom Holland's Spider-Man in an ultimate connection to what they're doing with the MCU. The rumors over the last year that Sony's plans are actually leading towards a Spider-Geddon, where they would cross all of these characters over, are very exciting, and obviously they're looking to expand what they're doing with Madam Web. They also have TV shows for both Silk and Spider-Man Noir headed to Amazon. Those are both live action, not animated, so there are multiple live action projects that could bring this all together. And now that you've got this primarily animated project, this is how obviously Miles Morales shows up in live action and maybe even eventually in the MCU. That's exciting, but I want to know how. And it can't just be what we saw at the end of the Morbius movie when they didn't explain how Vulture showed up. Yeah, we know what happened during Doctor Strange, which incidentally, Spider-Man 2099 referenced during one of the first trailers when he said Doctor Strange and that little nerd. Quick side note, it could be because he doesn't remember that that's exactly a Peter Parker version. It could be Miguel, or it could be Miles. It could be one of a million different Spider-Mans, and since they cast that spell, it looks like it has ramifications. Other quick side note, it seems as though Doctor Strange was doing work for Sony when it recanonized animated universes as being part of the multiverse, but still, this isn't an obvious connection or crossover. And those things are only exciting. You can only capitalize on that if we understand when and how it happens. Look, I really want to see Miles Morales in live action. I also wouldn't mind a live action Spider-Geddon if they do it properly, because this would be outside of the MCU, which means we're just getting it in addition to and not instead of. And you've got to understand, from Sony's point of view, their aspiration has always been, how can we take what we've got and leverage it against the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all its success? And that's why I've always said, no matter what, this live action Sinister Six that they seem to be building towards in connection with the Spider-Geddon film, you want Tom Holland's Peter Parker to cash that in. That's their billion-dollar live-action Spider-Man. Andrew was great in Into the Spider-Verse, and of course we all want to see Tobey back for Secret Wars, and we want to see Miles involved as he was with the original Secret Wars storyline, or should I say the second Secret Wars storyline from Jonathan Hickman in 2015. We want all that stuff, but I want it when it makes sense, and I want it because it's right. I don't want it because it's forced, and it's obviously a cash grab on the part of the corporations. And up until now, Sony has just not laid the groundwork that they need to. Now, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is by far one of my favorite Marvel movies, and you continue to hear this across the board from fans who have, 1 through 5, mostly MCU films, but then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is there, because to me, it being animated really allowed it to be its own things. And if you haven't seen some of the clips already that have been coming out of this film, the animation and action looks amazing, and I like it. The fact that it's crossing in to the live-action Spider-Verse, I'm just going to go out and say it. I'm not sure that I'm as excited about this as I should be, only because I don't think Sony's going to do the work they need to make it exciting. It's exciting when we understand it. It's exciting when it makes sense. It's not exciting when it doesn't, and that's why the Vulture showing up in Morbius just kind of fell flat. That's why the Venom post-credit scene at the end of Doctor Strange just kind of fell flat. And to be completely forthcoming, while I don't think them showing up in these live-action parts of the verse, like if that's the Venom verse, I don't think we'll see Venom, and I don't even think we'll see Eddie Brock, and we probably will not see live-action Peter Parker from any of the universes. If they do show up and they're animated, that would be the way to go for this film, and for me, that's maybe the only way it won't fall flat, because if Miles shows up in sort of a live-action verse, I'm just going to wonder and want to know where that's going and why that happened and what's coming from that. Of course, Sony, given what they've already done, probably won't explain it, and to be truthful, doesn't have room to explain it in this film. That's why I'm saying I really liked Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm hoping they don't damage what they have too much in this insular thing by trying to do the crossover thing. But you guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. I think there's probably some of you who completely disagree, and that's fine. That's what makes our fandom fun. We don't always all have to agree. Let me know down below, A, where's your hype level at for Across the Spider-Verse? B, if you agree with my summation on having to understand why this makes sense for it to be fun and exciting, and them just doing a crossover for crossover's sake isn't. And C, if we do actually get to see some live action characters animated, say Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, maybe even Eddie Brock, which characters do you want to see the most? I know there's been heavy rumors of Tobey Maguire, but really it's because Corridor Crew did that animated thing, and that sort of got clipped up and spread all over on social media, so people thought those were actual clips. It kills me that they've been doing this for 5 years with these fake clips and fan-made trailers, and people are still falling for them, but hey, I guess that's why they make them. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel. We're going to do it to coincide with Marvel releases. We just gave one away weeks ago for Guardians of the Galaxy, and the next one is right around the corner to coincide with Secret Invasion. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos in the same segment we're doing here, always live with my voice in the comments shown on screen. So please be safe on my channel, other channels, really any platform. Never contact anybody on a third-party app, and please try to remember, no YouTuber, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping. Just report those comments if you should get them, and again, stay safe. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at @I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking out my music, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.